Hey guys, I've had a lot of requests asking me to do a hunting video in slow motion, so here it is. Out at the landowner's house, invited back. That's their little dog. At least it was a dog till somebody put him in the trash compactor. And young people have no idea what I'm talking about right now. If you grew up in the 70s and 80s, you know what a trash compactor is. Don't see them too much anymore. But I'm getting way off subject here. This is how I set things up. The loopholed quick disconnect scope mounts come off. Scope slides forward. 7 DKA2 camera mount goes on. You see a piece of PVC there on the ground. I use that as a spacer for the mount. It helps secure it more firmly onto the scope, as well as keeps the scope mount from torquing on the ocular piece, which of course would be horrible for the scope. It's kind of a necessary piece that I found for this particular setup. We're going to hunt pigeons today, or rock doves. I don't need to tell my European hunters that these are food. Most Americans view them as pests, but they actually are quite delicious if you know how to prepare them, and I have a great recipe for pigeon pie passed down by my Polish grandmother to me. So let's go get some birds here. This is the first shot of the day, and it's the shot that convinced me to stop taking headshots. From here on out, I take upper chest and neck shots, and this is why. Pigeons are in the chicken family, and they move their head around a lot. And that guy moved his at the last second, and it saved his life. See that pellet slide right over where his noggin should have been. And right about there, I think he realizes the gravity of the situation. This is the first bird of the day that we took. The wind's going left to right a little bit, about 60-yard shot here. And this bird takes a solid hit. Now he flies away there, but the pellet actually clipped his windpipe, not his neck. Not his spinal cord, but his windpipe. So he went about 50 yards on the gas that was left in the tank. He crashed hard, and by the time I reached him out in the field, he was done. Second bird of the day. This guy doesn't go quite as far as the last one does. Takes a hard hit right in the neck. This one did cut his spine. And what's interesting here is, watch this, he takes a step to the left. It's a very subtle step, but had he not taken that, this pellet would not have impacted him in the kill zone. It would have actually played out more like this scenario right here. A bird right before him. And that just plucked a few feathers off his neck, and this bird goes away no worse for wear. That's hunting. It's a game of millimeters. Sorry about the fuzzy crosshairs on this bird, but this is actually a really interesting scenario about to play out here. You'll see the shot go. The wind's picking up a little bit there. You can see his feathers blowing around. And you watch the shot right here. It looks like it barely clipped his shoulder, but he went down like a ton of bricks. Now this is why. The shot enters the upper left shoulder, and as you can see, it exits out his back. Now why this is so significant is because if we look at pigeon anatomy here, their spinal cord twists upward against their back along with all their vital organs. So it's high, it's not low in the area where their breastplate and flight muscles are. So that pellet hit this bird right in the clockwork, and he went down hard. By the time I reached him, he was dead. This is more the profile I like to see when I'm hunting. I don't like the side as much. This front profile offers a better kill zone on the bird. Again, though, I'm trying to shoot above the flight muscles and the breast meat. The pellet impacts this bird pretty much right where I wanted, and he died almost instantly. Actually, she died. It's a female bird. Her boyfriend's there behind him. He gets away this day. As you can see, the wings don't even come up. No effort is made to fly away, and she just pretty much tips over and falls down, expires almost immediately. These starlings come by, and I admit I have no love for these birds. I'll take whatever shot they present. They're really spooky. They try to... they're a really crafty bird, and that pellet just misses this guy's noggin. I'm not so concentrating on a clean kill. I admit that some hunters would give me some grief about that as we watch this bird duck this pellet. Darn starlings. I'll take them down any way I can. They're not welcome in our area. They do a really bad number on the songbirds that we would like to have stay in the area. And when you see one fly, the other one's usually going to fly almost immediately, so I rush this shot right here. And give him a good story to tell, but this bird doesn't come down. If you watch this, you see how lucky he is. The pellet almost clips his flight feathers, but in fact hits the twig that he's standing on, which deflects the pellet just down enough to just take a few feathers out the center of his wing. Had he lost his flight feathers, he would have came down instantly, and I would have finished him off. And you can see right here that just those center feathers were taken away. Lucky bird. And that's it for this video, guys. We got 10 birds in all, 10 pigeons. They all went in the pie. You get to see 3 or 4 of them. Thanks for watching.